As Nigeria joins the rest of the world to mark the International Day of Remembrance and tributes to the victims of terrorism in Abuja, the federal government has renewed its commitment to providing full support for victims of terrorism. Piloted by United Nations, the annual event is honoring the memory of those who have lost their lives or suffered due to acts of terrorism. Zainab Akogun has more details on this report.
The UN General Assembly, in its resolution, had proclaimed 21 August as the International Day of Remembrance of Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. The day serves not only to honor the memory of the affected persons, but also to raise awareness about its ongoing impact on individuals and communities. The United Nations in Nigeria led this commemoration in Abuja to emphasize the need for continued support for victims and how to reaffirm global solidarity against terrorism. The National Counter-Terrorism Coordinator, Major General Adamu Garba, representing the National Security Advisor, stated that the federal government is committed to providing full support for victims of terrorism.
We will strengthen our efforts to counter terrorism in all its form and manifestation, as we remain determined to prevent further tragedies and protect the peace and security of our dear nation. Let me also assure you that the federal government, through various initiatives, remain fully committed to providing the necessary support to the victims of terrorism and help them rebuild their lives, provide resources, emotional care, and legal protection to ensure that their dignity is restored and their recovery is supported.
Also, the Executive Secretary of the National Human Rights Commission, Anthony Ojukwu, spoke about the traumatic experiences that the victims go through, stressing the importance of addressing their psychological and social needs.
Most victims of terrorism are innocent citizens who find themselves in the wrong places at the wrong time. Persons who are randomly targeted in brutal attacks. The lives of survivors and those of their families can be irrevocably changed. Many victims take years to recover physically from their injuries or come to terms with their losses. Without help, the trauma can be a lifelong sentence. And we call for an end to terrorism in Nigeria and all over the world.
The project coordinator for counter-terrorism programming, Tom Parker, highlighted the importance of the day, ensuring that the victims are always remembered and honored.
Today we pay tribute to the victims and survivors of terrorism around the world who have striven to transform their personal tragedies into collective strengths. And we emphasize the importance of heeding their voices when they advocate for peace-building initiatives while fostering dialogue and promoting understanding amongst diverse communities. Let us salute the courage of those who have survived great adversity to rebuild their lives. Let us listen to the stories and learn the lessons of their experience. Let us work together to restore their rights and their equilibrium. Let us work together to amplify their voices. Let us work together to support their work for peace.
These international commemorations serve as a reminder of the lives lost and the suffering endured by victims of terrorism. It underscores the global community's commitment to supporting those affected and ensuring that their sacrifices are never forgotten. Zainab Akogun, KAFTAN TV News.